Hey guys, welcome to Kentucky Bowman. Today's the second episode of the off season. Alright, so today I thought since it's the off season, it's the best time to put together a plan to hunt a new property. If you just got permission to hunt a new property, today, the off season, is the best time to put together a plan for that. It's kind of hard once hunting season comes around to go in and scout property and stuff like that, mainly because you potentially could scare off deer and potentially spook them enough to where they won't come back. So put together a plan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain the easy steps that you need to take to hunt a new property. Okay? The first step, number one step, is to always get aerial maps to the properties you're going to hunt. Okay? So you can see on aerial maps some things that you might not see going in and actually scouting the property, because whenever you actually go in and scout the property, alright, you might miss something. You might take a right when you should have went straight to look at this one spot because it's the best spot on the whole property, but instead you went off the trail and now you missed that spot. Alright, so look at aerial maps. They're awesome. You can predict, or you can tell which terrain features is which, and to me, the first terrain features that I look for is a bunch of terrain features coming together into one spot. To me, that helps me at that. That's the best hunting spot for me. That's what I like to look for first. Okay, and pinch points. I love pinch points. Alright, so look at your aerial maps, guys, because you can knock out 50% of scouting time with trail maps than actually going in there. Okay, so trail maps. Alright, the second thing what you want to do is you actually want to go in and scout the property, or scout the terrain that you picked out on the aerial maps. So you picked out 5 acres that you want to look at on the aerial map. Go in, scout that property inch by inch, find the best spot that you possibly can. Alright, so you want to look for any deer sign. Any deer sign. Look for droppings. Look for rubs. Look for scrapes. Look for beds. Look for tracks. Main travel corridors. Look for trails that have been demolished in tracks. Alright, and then look away from them trails and look for a trail that might only have a few steps, because mature bucks, they tend to bear off from the crowd. They don't stay with the pack as much as the young bucks do. Alright, so they sit back in the distance and they observe the does, and they observe the herd. Alright, so when it comes closer to rut, they know exactly where all the does is going to be and where to pounce, I guess you could say. Alright, so look for all those terrain features. Go in there, or look at your aerial maps. Go in and scout the area that you want to look at. Alright, next, trail cams. Put up trail cams. Now I know trail cams can get pretty expensive, okay, but even the cheapest trail cams that you can find out there, don't get discouraged with them, because even if the picture quality isn't the best, as long as it's taking pictures and you can see what's on the property, you're doing good things. Okay, so if you can't afford real high expensive trail cams that have time-lapse feature recording or videos, field scan, all that, if you can't afford cameras like that, just get a simple trail cam that takes pictures, day and night pictures, and you'll be good to go. Okay, so don't get discouraged just because you can't get the best trail cams. Alright, so next, what you want to do is, so aerial maps, scout, trail cams. Alright, the thing that I do next is I actually go in there and observe the deer. Okay, and to me, that's my favorite part in hunting a new property or hunting public land, is actually going in early in the morning, like you're going to go hunt, get behind a tree, do whatever, sit far away from a field, get your spotting scope, and actually look at the deer. Okay, watch where they come from, observe them, look, see which deer that you like, which bucks you want to hunt, and actually know, or I mean, even see what they're eating. If you go and post up next to a tree by a bunch of acorns, all right, you go, or alfalfa field or anything like that. If they're just grazing through it, not eating it very much, then you know that they might not be interested in that. So then you can go on the aerial map or actually find out what other food source is on the property and go sit next to that and see how that pans out, because you might get more action at the other spot. All right, there's all kinds of things you can do, guys. So aerial maps, scout, trail cams, go in and actually observe the deer, okay? Because guys, there's nothing better, all right? Don't just go in and put up a tree stand anywhere and hope that something comes in, all right? I've done it in the past, and I mean, every once in a while deer pop out and it'll work out, but a lot of times you're just up there sitting and half guessing what you're doing, okay? So put together a plan, guys. Always have a plan. I put together a plan for every day I go and hunt. Okay? Which way, what entry and exit route am I going to take? Alright, I've got different headlamps. What headlamp am I going to use? Just which call am I going to do? Which calls am I going to use? Which cover scent am I going to use? Okay? There's all kinds of, which clothing am I going to wear? There's all of that is a plan. You put together a big plan, okay? And when you do that, when you use the aerial maps, when you go scout, whenever you put together, or when you use trail cams, when you do all that, when you actually observe the deer, come hunting season, when you go out and you actually see a buck and it walks in front of you, a big mature buck, and you put an arrow in his chest, all right? All that comes in, and there's no better feeling, all right, than knowing that you put in the time and the effort and it panned off. There's no better feeling. I mean, whenever that happens, my heart gets to pounding. I start to shake, and I mean, I get more excited about a deer that I'm actually tracking and hunting than I do than a deer that just pops up out of nowhere. I mean, it's awesome when a big mature buck pops out of nowhere. Don't get me wrong, but there's a better feeling when a plan comes together and it actually works out in your favor. Alright, so when you do all these things, you'll have a lot better success, I promise. Alright. Well, guys, that's from step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. It's all the steps that you need to take to hunting a new property. Alright, get your aerial maps. Go and scout the areas that you picked out on the aerial maps. Scout for any deer sign. Alright, in case you forgot the different deer signs. Alright, so droppings, rubs, scrapes, beds, tracks, main travel corridors. All that's deer sign, guys. Don't forget, the smallest thing that you miss could be from you killing a 5-year-old buck to having, at the end of the season, having to take a 3-year-old buck. Okay? So put these things together. Put together a plan, write your plan out, take pictures of things you see out in the field, do videos, that way you can go back and watch everything so you don't forget anything, okay? Document as much as possible, because what you see now, you might forget about a month later, okay? So document, put the steps together, make a plan, and I promise you'll have a lot more success. Alright, guys, so that's today's episode of Kentucky Bowman. Go out, scout, take chances, and put it together and make it happen, guys. I'm Patrick with Kentucky Bowman. I'll see you later.